This your boy Pete Ross in the building. I'm sitting here chilling with the homeboy D.L.U.X in the building. You know what I'm saying? We finna talk about this Kendrick Lamar situation. You know, it's been almost 2 weeks since he dropped the verse, you know, on Big Sean's Control single. So what you think about that, bruh?
I think what he did was nice. Nice for hip hop. He brought it. He did his own thing. He set he set the bar high for other people to come back and make a response or make better music, more better lyrical content. He brought hip hop back.
So in other words, was hip hop soft before Kendrick did that? Do you think MCs were scared to confront other MCs before Kendrick did it?
Yeah, yes and no. You know, in rap, because you know a lot of people rap about guns and all that stuff, shooting people, knowing they don't do it anymore, or they don't do it at all.
Right.
But sometimes I think people use that as like a defense thing. Like, if you say something about me, this is what if you bring it to me, I'm ready to, bring it to you because this is what I got. But I think as far as coming at somebody just saying, I own this, yeah, it was soft,
Oh, okay. All right. So have you heard any of the responses as of yet?
I heard a couple. I heard some of Papoose. Let me see. I heard a couple. I can't remember whose it was, but I started seeing a whole lot of responses about people he didn't name. But it was good because it woke people up who we not, listening to right now.
Right.
Who maybe 5 years ago they was hot, but now, you don't
right.
hear them no more.
So out of the people that he named, who do you think should have been the ones who responded? We'll get to the responses, but who do you think out of who Kendrick named who should have actually responded? Or who had a chance to even, compare to the verse? Because, to me personally, Kendrick ain't got to say nothing else.
Yeah, true.
So.
Which is why I think they didn't say nothing right now, because I think if anybody would have responded right now, I don't think they would have gave it time for everything to sink in. Because as soon as it came out, people called it a diss. But, people who just really listen to the song, it's not really a diss. So
right.
For them to come at him would kind of mean that they're ready. And not saying like a Wale, not saying that Kendrick was better than Wale, but Wale got to get his, he got to, it's about strategic.
Get his strategy together.
Yeah.
Right.
But who in that? I think I don't know. I don't think anybody should have responded to the Control verse, but he came out with a freestyle called Monster Freestyle. Kendrick Lamar did, and he addressed the big big heads of hip hop, like Jay-Z, Nas, Eminem, and I think out of that somebody should have responded like Jay-Z. We all know Eminem got it regardless.
Right.
Nas, his last album was crazy. Shows that he still got it.
Yes, sir.
But the album or the artist or the person who's been on the brinks, if you got it or not, is Jay-Z. I think on the what song was that? Don't Kill My Vibe song. I think Kendrick Lamar had the better verse, and then coming again at Jay-Z, I think Jay-Z should have at least. We all know how Jay-Z plays. He doesn't say something right away. He waits and then he goes in for the kill. But
right.
with his album being out now, I think it would have been nice for him to come out with a verse or something, or a song, not really a verse just about Kendrick, because then it's like he's looking kind of worried.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
But I think out of all the people, Jay-Z should have said something, be like, you know, this, you know, I own this. I'm number one. I'm the king. Ain't nobody about to take this from me. So, you know, it would have showed people that he does got it. And I think, too, his last album lost some fans, so he probably could have been like, you know, he won his fans back and respect that he's still going to stay hip-hop and not try to take it left field.
I'm pretty sure Jay-Z going to respond to it.
Of course.
I'm pretty sure of that. But I had actually listened to the Papoose response, which was nice. It was nice. You know, but he did an interview with Rosenberg on Hot 97 in New York, and it kind of seemed like Papoose kind of caught feelings.
Yeah.
You know, what's your thoughts on that? I mean, we all know Papoose nice.
Yeah.
He nice. You know what I'm saying? But it really seemed to me like, you know, he kind of blamed Rosenberg for being a Kendrick Lamar fan. You know,
you can't blame anybody for being a fan of a good artist.
Right.
I mean, and no matter what, it's competition, you know, no matter what. But that interview, Papoose showed a little bit of feelings into it, where, you know, it's making Kendrick Lamar look like the winner, or it's making Papoose look like he's not in it for the sport.
Right.
Papoose is a nice artist. You know what I'm saying, he's always had the lyrical content. He's always, ever since he came out, been about lyrical content in his music. So I think his feelings might have came out a little bit because he's been doing it way longer than Kendrick Lamar.
Right.
And now Kendrick Lamar is coming out, and he's getting all the recognition that Papoose should have got when he came out.
Right.
You know, but he did show feelings. I understood what, you know, Rosenberg was saying. I understood what Papoose was saying too.
Like the King of New York.
Yeah,
and all that. You know, I mean, you know, I'm not from New York, so I don't know how I would feel like if a rapper would come in and say I'm the king of Cincinnati. I don't really know if I would care or not.
See, at that point, I know the game, he says Cincinnati in his raps a lot.
Right.
A lot. He always wearing the hat. So somebody like me, if I was to come out and he said something again about Cincinnati, it'd be like, you know, why you keep naming Cincinnati? Like,
right.
You know?
Right, yeah.
I would feel some kind of way, but at the same time, I know why he wears it.
Right.
You know, to a certain extent, you know, I don't know about, you know what I'm saying, the life he lived and nothing like that, but him being, you know, blood and all that, and he wears Cincinnati Reds hat, you know. It's about one of the only teams that has red, so it looks nice, so why not wear it?
Right. You know, but do you think? I think Papoose kind of took it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, it was almost like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, a Cali dude saying he king of New York, which Joe Budden mentioned in the video, like, and on Twitter. Like a Cali dude saying he king of New York. Like, why are we making it like coastal? Almost trying to make it like another East-West thing when it's a hip-hop thing.
That's exactly what I like. When that happened, I was like, didn't nobody do that since Snoop.
Right.
You know, and, we started crushing the buildings, but I don't think New York people should have took it that offensive, but I understand.
Right, I dig the concept of the King of New York. I dig it.
I mean, and then you gotta look at it in a music standpoint. Hip hop,
right?
Hip hop started, you know, came from New York. So for him to say he's king of New York, he's from LA, so he
Right.
goes over to New York to do a show. Everybody's screaming for him more than a Papoose. Than,
Right.
You know, people from New York.
Right.
So he's going to say that.
So why you think when he said I'm the king of New York, king of the coast, why you think West Coast artists didn't stand up and say you ain't king of the West Coast, you ain't king of the coast? What you mean? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I mean, I think right now Kendrick Lamar got juice.
Of course.
You know, I think he got juice, and I still think New York love Kendrick Lamar, regardless of the comment that he made.
I mean, I think Kendrick was smart, and what he did was needed. It was smart. It makes good hip hop. It makes good conversation. It does all that. For him not to say anything about, you know, West Coast, I don't think he really had to.
Right.
Because he's probably already well known over there to where, you know, he's going to sell out in LA.
Right.
Because for a minute in hip hop, you know, every coast had their turn. So it's going back to LA kind of, you know. So for him to challenge him, it challenges the other rappers. It challenges New York as a whole to get back to where they were, you know. And I don't know. I mean, it was a well thought out strategic move that it's going to work out good no matter how it plays out.
Right. So have you listened to Cassidy's response?
Some of it. What I heard,
I thought it was hot. I actually thought it was hot, and I kind of like.
Nice.
He did an interview, and you know what I'm saying. He was basically saying like he glad Kendrick Lamar did what he did. You know what I'm saying?
I think Cassidy is one of those people. He been wanted this to happen because when he came out, I don't know if it was his Bars album, where he had that song "Who He Wanted to See." He wanted Lil Wayne and Eminem. And Cassidy always wanted that to come back in hip hop because Cassidy's more of a battle rapper, but he showed that he can, you know, make hits. And when he came out with that one song, I can't remember the name of it, but he wanted, you know, Lil Wayne and Eminem to go against each other. He was, you know, bringing it back to Jay-Z and Nas, and you know, I think Cassidy. I didn't like the diss records he did against Meek Mills, but I think he stepped his game up with the Kendrick Lamar diss, for what I heard.
Well, my thing with him and Meek Mill was like Meek Mill, you know, he's actually like really relevant now. You know what I'm saying? So well, yeah, Cassidy's relevant. They know him as dope MC, whatever, you know, but he's not like relevant like Meek is right now. You know, so I dig that.
I think that's what I think it's like when you catch feelings in a rap battle, you kind of show weakness a little bit.
Right.
You know, with Papoose, you know, I don't know what people are saying about the whole incident. I don't know what people are saying about the whole incident.
Right.
But Papoose looks like how Cassidy did between Meek Mills, you know, and him. But because it's like, you know, I think when it comes to that, don't say nothing at all. Just go ahead and let them get get whatever off they need to.
Right.
And then just keep making your music and show your old fans like why you still got it.
Right.
Not try to prove nothing to somebody else.
True. But that was like Cassidy and Meek Mill though. But Kendrick pretty much called out the whole body of hip hop,
which was nice.
You know, to the point to where I feel like he kind of saying like, okay, let's see J. Cole and Drake go. You know what I mean? You know, or me and J. Cole, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, Big Crit and Meek Mill, or Wale and Meek Mill, you know what I mean? I just don't think the whole thing was meant to be like Kendrick Lamar slaughter. You know what I mean? Which no one at this point has really slaughtered him, but you know.
It'll take time. It'll take time. Like you'll forget about it, but then something will pop up like that.
Right.
That happened.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't think Kendrick Lamar got much to worry about. I think Kendrick Lamar is good as far as backup too. Because to me, the whole Top Dog Entertainment camp is nice. You know, you got Ab-Soul,
TGE,
TDE,
TDE.
yeah. Ab-Soul
Okay.
is nice. You know, Schoolboy Q and J-Rock. All four of them, they can, I think, can take over hip hop if they wanted to.
Really?
And I think that was the first. I mean, they always say it in their rhymes. What song is that? Black Lip Bastard. They mention it. And what song is that? It's an Ab-Soul song. Hell Yeah. He said he coming after Wayne, Drake, Wale, Nicki Minaj. They've been naming names.
Right,
they
right.
just haven't been at that Kendrick Lamar plateau to
Right.
anybody pay attention.
Right.
So now it's just like, we named this before, now it's about to happen.
Right, okay.
You know? And if you don't like Kendrick Lamar, I mean, that's personal preference. If you don't like Kendrick Lamar, you know, that's personal preference. I don't really care. But what I'm trying to say is, like, you gotta give him respect. You might not like Drake, but you gotta give him respect. You gotta give people respect where it's due. You can't, I mean, you can, but it just doesn't make sense to discredit somebody because you might not like the music or whatnot. So, you know, a lot of people may not be taking it as big as, you know, the next person, the Kendrick Lamar verse or whatever. They hear disses all the time or whatever, but, you know, I think people just need to sit down and listen to the actual verse. And Big Sean on that song said the same thing, he just didn't name names.
Yeah, he was basically saying the same thing Kendrick said.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but you gotta respect. You gotta respect him for waking up hip hop again.
right,
You know,
right,
not saying the dancing songs and all this stuff ain't hip hop. You know, in music, it's always been a space for everything. It just, when it becomes too much, it just, you know, there's got to be a breaking point somewhere.
right. So, what do you think this does for artists, hip hop artists that are not as lyrically inclined as, like, say, a Drake or a Kendrick? Do you think that will make them elevate their game?
It will. I mean, everybody gonna have to get on their A game, but
I mean, I say like a 2 Chainz.
like a 2 Chainz.
Like, I like 2
I like
Chainz,
2
but I
Chainz,
don't think 2
but
Chainz is like
I don't think he's that type of artist though.
right.
I think like that's what happens in hip hop a lot is they try to put a 2 Chainz or a Waka Flocka in the Eminem or Jay-Z conversation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their, like, Uncle Luke is one of the greatest, but he's not lyrical at all.
Right.
You know, he's just about making music that people dance to. You know, so I think like 2 Chainz and Waka Flocka and Soulja Boy, all them people,
They need to stay in their category.
stay in the category, yeah, because lyrical might not be their strong point,
Right.
but they can make the people dance, they can make the money all they want to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I think as far as lyrical content in hip hop, it's just, you know, it's bringing it back to the days when you could dance to a Nas song. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People used to dance to that stuff, but now all they go to is the, you know, Waka Flocka or something like that. I like Waka Flocka too, but it's just it's put another standard in hip hop again.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Well, I appreciate your time, brother.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? You know, my man D.L.U.X got his own YouTube channel. But y'all put the description in the
Check it
bottom.
out.
You know what I'm saying?
It's Deluxe ENT 513 for now. I'm gonna make one soon, but another one, but we'll see. We'll see.
All right. And it's P. Ross, Purple Underground, and we out.